on mute. All right, let us know now. Can you all hear us?
You guys should be able to hear us now. If you can hear us, drop a heart in the comments. Or just say heart. I don't know. No. Drop a "we miss you."
Wow. That's extra.
Dang, Gabby.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I think I can
hook
it up. 1 second. Camera A. Let's get us.
I said drop a heart, but they're all saying yep, yes, yes. I don't know.
They can hear
I can hear you. Yes, we can.
Yeah, they were just delayed.
So there's my hearts. There's my hearts. Okay. And Benny put a little pink poop. I love it. It's like it's a heart from my heart.
Wow.
It's poop from the heart.
So we good now. We're good. Okay, so I was saying since we moved, we also made a decision, which kind of was probably forced because we couldn't bring the other Wi-Fi over anyways.
Thank God.
Thankfully. But we changed the Wi-Fi, so we shouldn't have any more of those network issues, right? We shouldn't have no more of those delays and breaks and all that stuff. We should be good. All right. We got rid of T-Mobile. I'm sorry, but I gotta let this be known. T-Mobile ain't it for the Wi-Fi. Just in general, that's not it. So we upgraded. We're good now.
If you guys want to know the full explanation as to where we've been, check out our last video so you guys can go watch that if you weren't here last night. Thanks to those that came last night and to say hi to us and being, for us to kind of give an update where we've been. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for all y'all that stuck with us. First of all, really shout out to the people that wrote us on our Patreon just to check in with us to make sure we're okay. Bendy, Kathy, and I think there was like one other person. And then on our Instagram, shout out to some of them. I know Susan wrote us on our Instagram. A lot of people were reaching out. So thank you so much. We were okay. We were just going through a very long move. But if you want to hear more about that, check out the last video. And you're gone. What, Trish? Anyway, I don't know what she means, and you're gone. Hopefully our Wi-Fi is fine.
No, I think she was referring to something you said. I don't think it's. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, don't scare me, because I got PTSD about the Wi-Fi.
Oh, Wi-Fi brings back
yes,
past traumas.
Right. So today we're going to be talking about a very specific. Did you make a thumbnail for today?
Yep.
Can I see it? Because I don't know the title. Oh, there we go. We're going to be unpacking the Alex Murdaugh family murders timeline. First of all, shout out to the best, which is Kathy. Thank you ever so much Kathy for the GOAT. She is the GOAT. She's just on point. Thank you so much for sending all the videos, and thank you for sending everything that you have. It's just been great. It's been very helpful. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and start that. We saved some things to our playlist with a whole bunch of videos. You guys have been obviously following this, and we're the late ones. So I love when you guys actually know more than we do, because you guys keep us on point. So just let us know where we're at and what we need to do, and then we can start on the videos. So it's in the playlist there.
Okay. Check it out.
Now just about to get us going. But besides that, what I want to know is, has anybody had a birthday that we missed? Because I'm scared. I know we have a lot of Aquariuses.
As we should.
You're back. You're gone. You're back. I don't know what Trish is talking about.
It might have been something on her end. Unless somebody else brings it up. I'm not sure.
You guys can see us and hear us fine, right?
Okay.
Now, go in order of how they were saved. So go back to the top and go to sort and add it newest. Great. So then you can start from
the bottom.
Well, you made this playlist, right?
Yeah, I didn't add anything but this.
Then that's the first one.
Cool deal.
Let's go. Yes, Naj had a birthday February 8th.
Yes.
He turned 43.
Golly. The 8th of February. All right, let's get that right. The 8th of February was my birthday. And I did not turn 43. You can subtract that by 10.
Oh, God.
And we'll be good. So we're about to pop into this. All right, let's just go ahead. and get started. All right. That's how y'all want to be to start off. Hold up.
We're getting back good. We're getting back good.
Let's see.
So anyway, while we're waiting, I'll tell you guys a couple things as well. Naj and I did a 30-day challenge. I was the night I turned 59. I knew it. That's beautiful. Naj and I did a 30-day challenge in January, which actually ended up being a bit harder than planned because we were in the middle of this move where we don't have a refrigerator. So that's been horrible. That's why I've been doing the ramens like real hard. But I did lose 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I probably gained it all back, but I did lose 10 pounds.
It's the thought that matters.
It's the fact that I was able to accomplish something. So that was all I cared about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I think we're good now.
Let's get it popping. Everybody's talking about this case. I want to learn about it.
Yeah, agreed. Is this the guy that was the lawyer? Oh, you want to keep playing with the key? All right,
go back to us, baby. Give Naj a minute. Naj could be my son. I'm older than Kathy. Aww.
Huh?
Naj could be her son, and he's older than Kathy.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah, BB. That's what it's on iPhone. You can put it on the iPhone again.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Yeah.
All right, let's get back. Why is it still?
Every time Najee does that, it cracks me because she's like, "All right, we're good now. We're not good. Yeah, I think we're good now." We're like, "No, we're not good."
All right, give us a sec. Give us a hot sec. The software has
Talk
been
amongst yourselves.
Updated, so we need to figure this out.
Looked like it came up for a second. It just didn't play right?
Oh, wait.
Basically, Naj is your son. Naj is all of your sons. Naj is just the son that you didn't really get to birth, but he's yours. We're going to make everybody our den mothers. Okay. They're like, Naj could be my son, too. Naj is my girl. Bendy is so funny.
Okay.
Good.
All right, just give us one hot second. Camera
Dude, I am glued to this case. Go figure. Got a jet. I'm listening to Murder Timeline. Susan comes in. Susan comes out.
All right, I'm trying to get it back right. All right, just give us 1 second, people.
Proud to have Naj as our son. Aww. I'm going to put it back on. Oh, no, it's okay while you figure it out. Because you'll be able to see here if it works. Oops. He just said, no, you're not. Yeah, Kathy sent us a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second.
Juba, you're just our little sister.
So this is on camera.
Okay.
Let's try yours, babe.
Yeah, let's try mine.
Because mine is acting the fool right now.
I don't know if it's the... Oh. That was YouTube.
Okay, working through it.
Hold on. Trust this computer. 0. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep our people entertained now while I fix my part.
Let's see. Junebug says, well, I'm 25, so that leaves me out.
Well, I told her she could be our little sister.
Do you know next time you'll be live? Good question. We need to...
We're not making any more promises until we get ourselves together. So when we know, you'll know. All right, let's see. I'm gonna... Oh, this doesn't have the little thing anymore. I'll get used to.
Very interesting. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. You can screen share.
Yeah, pull it out right fast and then put it back
pull
in.
Pull it out?
And then put it back in.
I'm about to just screen share because we're going to have to just do that.
Yeah. All right. Or we can do it on here.
That's fine. Whatever. It's the easiest to get it going.
All right. All right. 1 second, good people. 1 sec.
Just tell them 5 minutes. It's time for me to drink.
Okay.
This is better than the Wi-Fi going down, though.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to find it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the. Look for the.
Mm-hmm.
Probably towards the bottom.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
So we're in it. Here's this right here.
Mm-hmm.
These are all of them. I would just start with the oldest one. Is that the oldest one? Cool. So let's start there. That's what he looks like? That's the guy that did it?
No.
That might be the guy that did it. That guy that was down there with the blonde hair.
Oh, I thought
that looks like him.
I thought you smelled him.
No, let's get them going.
All right, 1 second. Let's go back and screen share.
Aha!
Okay.
Right here. Isn't that large vid with the corner right there? Aha, there you go.
All right.
It's like I'm just know stuff. And this is how it looks right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
Jesse Weber. I'm going to bring the comments up over here.
Okay. I think we are good.
Okay, can you put a comment in there or give me the thing? Right there. You may want to take all that, like, oh, there you go, yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Can you guys see us now? I'm going to wait for you guys to say yes before we get started, just to make sure it's all good. Excuse me. Hello, everybody. Elcar. Can you guys see the screen? Yes? Okay, I see one yes. And I trust Kathy, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to give the mouse back to Naj because he knows what he's doing. And I have no idea. Go ahead. Yeah, cups in front of your face, just so you know.
Questions for investigators Friday as attorneys in the Murdaugh murder trial tried to persuade a jury that they know the truth of what happened on that June 9th in 2021. Murdaugh is accused of killing his wife Maggie and his son Paul, possibly to try to direct attention away from his financial misdeeds. The mother and son were found shot to death on a huge farm property that the Murdaughs own in South Carolina. During Friday's testimony, the prosecution and the defense grilled a South Carolina Law Enforcement Division detective, focusing a lot on the blood that was found on and around the bodies, as well as whether Murdaugh had any blood on him. Now, the detective testified that as far as she could see on the night of, Murdaugh was clean from head to toe. The prosecution seemed to be implying that this meant Murdaugh did not actually try to roll over Maggie and Paul or check for life signs, but the defense, however, used that apparent lack of blood on Murdaugh's body and clothes to say he's not the shooter. During testimony on Friday, the court saw and heard the first interview that Murdaugh had with police inside of a police cruiser at the scene. Now we have some of that hour-and-a-half-long interview for you now.
Yeah, let me see.
When I came back here, I mean, I pulled up and I could see him, and, you know, I knew something was bad. I ran out. I knew it was really bad. My boy over there, I could see it was
Can you put it back on us for a second?
Or J.
I have no idea what's going on. I can't see anything anymore. Oh, okay. I know y'all probably seen this a long time ago. It says 2 weeks old. But I'm not gonna lie, that crying would have made me think it was legit.
It was
personally, I would have thought he was seriously like. Mm-hmm. He looks serious. I don't know anything though. I don't know if he is guilty or not. I don't know what y'all are thinking, but I would have believed that. I don't know. He looks really sad. His face got, when it's crunched up.
I mean, if it's an initial first impression and response to him acting, yeah. But
I know I see the comments, but I don't. I mean, I he's seeking attention. So this man is lying. Okay. Oh man, I don't know. That's crazy. Okay, baby, I don't know how to do it. Press play for me.
I'm so sorry. And I could see his brain on his... And I ran over to Maggie, and actually, I think I tried to turn Paul over first. I tried to turn him over, and I don't know, I figured it out. His cell phone popped out of his pocket. I started to try to do something with it, thinking maybe, but then I put it back down really quickly. Then I went to my wife, and I could see.
All right, I'm joined by my co-hosts, legal experts Brian Buckmeyer, Terry Austin. Brian, we'll start with you. A lot to sort through today as all this evidence and the testimony. What did you pick up on?
Yeah, Jesse, so we're all watching the same thing there in the video, trying to gauge whether or not Alec Murdaugh is faking it or truly in distress. But as I listened to the detective's testimony, there was one point in the detective's testimony that stood out to me. Check this out.
You had a meeting and you looked at some photos, I believe crime scene photos and autopsy photos at SLED.
Wait, real quick, I'm sorry. Just before we get back to it, I don't know where we are. Before we get back to it. So he said, that's interesting because he said, okay, I went to turn him over. I tried to touch him, whatever. I got his phone out of his pocket. I tried to do something with it, whatever. So that kind of makes a point for the prosecutors, what they were saying earlier, which is there was no blood on him. So, I don't know. Oh, super chat. Oh, Meg, you're so sweet. We weren't expecting no love like this.
Oh, wait.
Broadcast. Let's see what she has to say. Super chat. $3 for Meg Green. Okay, team, he's so bad. Don't explain. Just cry. Dang.
Appreciate the $3 super chat, Meg Green. Thank you greatly. That's interesting.
Don't forget to not cover your mouth because we have some people that have to lip read us.
It is some people that. Let me rephrase that. It's interesting that, I don't know, maybe he just was in a moment, so didn't think that it would matter as much. But I would think that would be the first sign of being, like if he was faking it, the first sign would be actual tears versus like the boo-hooing. Because that was a lot of boo-hooing.
The first sign of it being fake?
No, I'm saying like to be persuasive, like if you're trying to convince somebody that...
Make some tears.
Yeah, I get the hoo-hoo and stuff, but like tears is usually the first sign of like unless he was dehydrated, he ain't had water in a few weeks.
This personal trainer
but
tried to make it.
I'm just saying, like I would think that you would try to cry first, or at least hide up that you're not really crying. Like try to wipe them or something before, but who knows.
I'm going to tell you this before we get back into the video because I want to see it, but again, God forbid that's my spouse and my child, ain't going to be no talking. I'm going to be laid out. Like, laid the fuck out. Like, y'all want to give me like a tranquilizer because I won't be able to handle it. I'll be like,
Okay, we got you. We got you.
Okay. Anyway, I'll be just like that. Sorry. Kathy! We love Kathy. I'm just so happy we're all back together. Don't waste your sympathy on the scum. We gotta trust Mama Kathy.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. We don't know that.
We gotta trust Mama Kathy because y'all know I'm empathetic. I feel like crying every 5 seconds. So I feel like crying when I saw him cry. I was like, oh, but I guess I'm wrong.
Thank you so much for the $5 super chat,
you.
Kathy. We greatly appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. He's out here.
All right, let's get back to this crazed man. See what the heck's going on.
Correct?
I did.
And you made a mental note and you put it in your record that you noticed a few strands of what appeared to be brown hair, unable to determine the length from the photo in Maggie's hands and fingers, right?
That is correct.
And you thought that possibly was indication of a struggle, that Maggie had grabbed someone, had their hair in her hands, right?
I didn't say that in my report, no.
Well, so why did you note it in your report?
Because it was an observation.
Yeah, so I know there are a lot of people saying that's potentially dog hair, could be human hair, but that is reasonable doubt. If the prosecution can't explain that away, the defense can harp on that. And again, we always say this, you just need one. If one person can attach their theory of this case within the jury to say, hey, here's a lead they never chased down, Alec Murdaugh is as blonde as they come, it couldn't have been him, that could be something that the defense could really open up in this case.
And Terry, people are wrestling with this case. People have opinions about it. One thing we never talked about is why do you think this trial has attracted such interest from so many people?
You know what? This is an interesting case for a couple of reasons. First of all, the fall from grace. It is a story that people are excited and interested, sadly enough, to hear about. You know, generations of solicitors in his family. It's the same as, you know, the district attorney. And the fact that he himself is an attorney in the community and now he's behind bars. So I think that's one reason. The other issue here is it is so convoluted. The fact that he is addicted to drugs, the fact that so many people have died, I don't want to say under his watch, but around him. Gloria Satterfield, his housekeeper, this young boy who was found on the street hit by a car and he died. You know, obviously Mallory Beach, the young woman who died in the boat accident when Paul was driving. And now, of course, the murder of his wife and his son, Paul. So I definitely think
the hell up. Y'all didn't tell us this. Where are we?
So there's
he's like a freaking serial killer.
3 other instances.
No, multiple. They said people, the housemaid lady, a boy, his son, his wife. 5 people have died under his hand.
3 prior to this. 3 other instances where someone has died. All individual instances. All 3 of them were one by one of other people that were dying prior to this. And then now your wife and your son.
My
like
gosh.
5 total people?
Okay, hold on. We got snaps. Nefertiti. Well, what's our baby say? $10 from Nefertiti. Thank you so much.
Nefertiti.
Oh my God. I wish I could just talk to y'all because there is a lot to this case. So much. I'll just say key points. Broad case, financial crimes, opioids, small town, sled fudge this up, staged suicide.
Wow.
What is this, a fucking movie? What is this? I'm so confused.
Boat case,
that's
financial crimes,
yes,
opioids, small towns. Golly, staged suicide. Who?
We don't know, baby.
Suicide.
This is what's been happening in the world, and we just been missing it. Hold on, we missed all these comments. Hold on. Oh my gosh. That's a lot, guys. That is a lot. Let's see here. Coffee Cake. Hey, Coffee Cake. There is no way he could have taken that many opioids and still be alive.
Okay.
What I call her?
Cake.
That's because she's sweet as cake. Okay, my bad, girl. Copycat. Friday. Hey, friends. Can't stay, but had to say hey. This case is in my home state. Y'all don't judge my people. It's okay, baby. We didn't judge.
What state is this?
I have no idea yet. We just started. I have no clue. But we didn't judge. We don't judge no states. Mm-mm. The town is scared of him. His son was drunk driving a boat and killed his girlfriend. You didn't read what I sent you on Patreon. Kathy, I purposely didn't read everything because I started reading it and I wanted to be surprised online. So I was like, oh, let me stop reading. Because she's like, girl, I told you all this.
I told you that.
No, I want you to know. You wrote a lot and I read the first and then it started getting juicy. And I was like, you know what? Let me not, because I want to give a real reaction. Because what's the point of drinking things and wine and reactions if I'm not giving a truthful one? So a lot of stuff I'm like, I purposely didn't read it. So don't be mad at me.
You agree with me now?
No, but she was giving so much info. So I saved all the videos she gave us in order so we could watch it and then we could like go through it. They covered or just turned a blind eye. Meg Green said, I'm with Reina. If anyone I love is murdered, oh no, I'm going to be screaming, wailing, weeping, not trying to speak. I couldn't. Right. Like, how can you? It's a Lifetime movie. It's a damn CIA operative, Jason Bourne, crazy movie. Jeez.
That sounds ridiculous. That's some craziness.
Oh, it's South Carolina.
Ah.
So much criminal behavior.
That's
oh my gosh.
It's Myson all the time.
Well, you need to get Myson up here and tell him he needs to get his people together. All right, guys. Trish said so much criminal behavior. You're damn right. Guys, if you're coming in, it's been a long time. We're happy to see you. We love the comments. Get into the comments. Talk. Tell us what you know. Everything. We're in it to win it. We want to have fun and talk. It wasn't Paul's girlfriend, but a friend's girlfriend. Anyway, let's get back to this video because obviously this is a lot. And I hope we're going to have to do this all weekend. We're going to have to be on this because I need to know what's happening.
Yeah, it's getting wild.
It's getting wild.
People are interested in the story because it has so many components and it is such a big, huge fall from grace.
Brian, I'm going to throw this back with you on this because let me just ask you, do you think it's the mystery component too? I mean, the idea of the unsolved mystery. We saw it with Kohberger. We saw it with Gabby Petito. I don't think there's a clear-cut answer here whether or not he did it or not.
Absolutely, Jesse. A lot of the cases that we follow and the ones that we really dig into, it's not just the guilt that people and we are trying to analyze, but whether or not the prosecution is going to prove their case, whether or not there is some piece of evidence that could go either way. When reasonable minds can disagree on a case, that's what I think becomes so fascinating, especially when you're talking about the criminal justice system, how they're going to prove, for example, in this case, whether or not Alec Murdaugh was in the area that the prosecution believed him to be. You're going to have to go into the science of cell phone pinging and whether or not there's enough towers close by. Why is there no blood on his clothes? He says that he's there treating them, but we're watching him in there in the front seat of the police car, and he seems to be as clean as the day that he probably walked into that area and that scene. And so those facts, those issues, those legal arguments, and the fact that this person comes from a dynasty, as you said, a dynasty of prosecutors, and Terry pointed out, fall from grace. There's so many elements to this case. There's so many murders and mysteries that no one can keep their eyes off of it.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it is very unique for all the wrong reasons. Stay with us for gavel-to-gavel coverage of this very high-profile trial. You can check out our links to videos, live streams from the courtroom, all on lawandcrime.com. Ongoing case of doomsday cult mom Lori Vallow Daybell out in Idaho. Well, in a new twist, her defense team is trying to get the...
That's someone else. Okay. Here, baby, put us back. We gotta get to the next video. That is wild, wild, wild. Are we on us? Okay. Wow.
This is interesting. That threw a huge curveball. The fact that this guy has had 3 other separate instances of people dying, or was it dying or being killed? I'm guessing killed around him.
I'm like, what's the difference? They did.
Because kill somebody, that's one. If they die from something just happening to them or natural causes, it's a little bit different.
I have no idea. We don't know nothing. So to go back to the playlist, it's in there. That is absolutely wild, guys. Najee's pulling up the next video. I'm gonna go pull up my phone so I can see the comments and start talking because that's some craziness.
Very, very crazy. This is wild. Let me go back.
Snaps. All right, let's see what we have here. So, I think the guns are buried with Alex's dad. Who the hell is Alex? Oh my God. Let's see what we have. I would be screaming, "Go get their killer!" Exactly, Coffee Cat. Nefertiti said, "I'll be honest. The prosecutors aren't doing the best job at painting a clear picture that he did it. He did until the very end, and even then, I still have a sliver of doubt." Oh. He changed his clothes, Trish said. So they keep talking about his clothes being clean. She's saying he changed his clothes. Kathy said some of those that testified weren't good. Prosecution's last two witnesses did a good job, and so did the Emmy. SLED did not do a good job. Some say they were trying to cover for Alex.
Okay, you can check through these. We can't categorize it like on the phone, but we can look through those.
Cool. Oh, this little thing doesn't do that? Wow, your mouse is wow. This. What's it do? Okay, this one. Let's see. Does it show the dates that these came up at least?
You just have to look at the titles.
Oh, okay. Guys, let's see the next one. This is the 911 call. You guys have probably all heard, but it's our first time hearing it. And let's get to it right here.
At the top.
Oh, right here. Here, I'll give it back to you.
Now, where's your emergency?
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need to.
Hold on. Can you put the CCs on? And start me over. This is Alex Murdaugh. You put.
Now, where's your emergency?
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child just shot badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Islandton?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Islandton?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line with me, okay? Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay?
Collier County Communications.
Carlton, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennels.
Okay, and did you see anyone? Okay, is he breathing at all?
No.
Is she? Okay, do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Was this me, ma'am?
What color is your house on the outside? What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay, and what is your name?
How dare you?
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
Is that him?
Okay, and did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, man. I've been gone. I just came back.
Damn.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am.
Hey, Jonathan.
Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you.
Wow.
Okay, what is her name?
Maggie and Paul.
Maggie is her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Me asking you these questions don't slow them down, okay? And you sure they're not breathing? Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot, but what about your son?
Nobody. They're not. Neither one of them's moving.
You're a big guy.
What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
Ma'am, not particularly, really, no, ma'am.
Okay.
Are they close, ma'am?
Yeah, they've been en route with you ever since you've got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you.
Close? They said hold it close, man.
Okay. I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I'd already touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Wow. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, let's go on Jay. Oh, there we go. Let's go through these comments because that was heavy. Y'all been talking.
Mm-hmm. You
Tap on the. I haven't got to the comment yet. Go ahead, babe. Tell us your thoughts.
I don't know. I don't know what to think. I mean, it doesn't sound. I mean, I don't know. At this point, if I was watching it as it was happening, it would semi-sound convincing, but obviously there's more things that need to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Naj, Reina, we have to talk about Lori Vallow. Eventually, the bitch is wild. Meg, we're coming, baby. Some of those that testified weren't good. Prosecutors lost 2 witnesses, did a good job. So did me. We talked about that. Okay, Alex is the guy that's on trial. Meg said he's guilty or he's cursed because that's a lot of death around him. Damn. But Mama Kathy said he is guilty as sin. SLED didn't do the search warrant. They had it to search his house, but they didn't. Plus, they treated him with kid gloves. No one else would be treated as nice as he was. Alex was trying to steamroll over them. He got to do an interview over the phone with his lawyers, literally coaching and answering for him.
Wow.
Dang. Meg noted he's calmed down pretty quick, didn't he, compared to before? Yeah, at the beginning of that 911 call, he was like, and then by the end, he's like, "Are they coming, man? Bring them over." They're not particularly moving.
That's wild.
Yeah, he admitted the roadside murder was a failed staged suicide attempt by cousin Eddie. Y'all, this is a lot. What the fudge? Can y'all send us the videos? Give us we need stuff. Oh God. Okay, Nefertiti knows so much. I don't even know what's going on. Meg says, something I've noticed about murderers trying to fake being distraught and anguish on 911 calls. They do great faking it for about 30 seconds, and then they get real calm. Real fast. Miss T. Taylor, baby. Yes. All right.
Wow.
Next video, because that 911 call was wild.
That is interesting, though, because I guess it makes sense. Like, okay, I got the wildness out the way. Let me try to switch it up.
Well, it's hard to keep up with that, right? Like, it's hard to keep up with the show of it all. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I keep trying.
Good. Right. It's right there.
Oh, that one. Let's see. Oh, this is the full interview with the sheriff. Let's get started on the trial because we're gonna try to hurry up and catch up to where y'all have been, so we can see what y'all been seeing. But before we get into that, let's check out these comments. Nefertiti said, Reina and Naj, remember part of Paul's head was blown off. He would have been in a pool of blood. No way Alex would have been clean unless he changed. Agree.
Yeah, he did say he picked him up or he moved him to see if he was alive or something on the
right.
call with the
I already checked. Right, I already checked to see if they were alive. Hey, Miss T, Taylor baby. Alex turns it on and off faster than Bounty cleans up a spill. Baby. Thank you, Miss T, Taylor baby. All content is for adults 18 years and older. YouTube. Thank you. All right, let's get back to it. Trish.
Your Honor, this time we're going to play Exhibit 243,
the first trial,
the second interview of Alec Murdaugh.
Let me just use that, baby. I can't read that. Is this okay to play without copyright? Yeah? Okay.
Once we do that.
We can stop it and play the next one. That says Law and Crime. If you want. You know,
oh, you talking about that channel?
Yeah.
Oh. That's what I'm showing it. Yeah.
Let's just in case, we're gonna check to make sure this is okay for us to watch. Give me 1 second. I thought we were on Law and Crime. We're gonna check out the Snapchat video instead, because I want to try to stick with Law and Crime so we don't get any videos taken down, which happens way too much. So this is a Snapchat. Murdaugh's timeline Snapchat video to 911 call. Where was Alex Murdaugh, whatever. Madari.
The video you just watched was sent on Snapchat by Alec Murdaugh's son on the day he was murdered. Prosecutors allege this video proves that the disgraced lawyer was with his son Paul at their South Carolina home before he was killed. According to a Snapchat representative, that video was uploaded to Paul Murdaugh's memories at 7:39 p.m. and later sent to friends at 7:56 p.m. on June 7th, 2021.
The video we just discussed that was part of the Snapchat search warrant return?
Yes.
That you just testified was uploaded at 7:39 p.m. and sent at 7:56 p.m.?
Yes. Later that night, Paul Murdaugh took another video on his phone, this time in their dog kennel. Listen to how many voices you hear.
Get back! Get back! Quit, Cash. Come. Quit. It's okay. Come here. It's not bad. Come here, Cash. Shit. Come here. Post it. Cash.
Hey, he's got a bird in his mouth.
Hey, Bubba.
It's a guinea.
This is a chicken.
Come here, Bubba.
Come here, Cash.
Come here, Bubba.
Cash. Quit.
Close friends of the Murdaugh family testified that they 100% believe Alec Murdaugh's voice is heard alongside his son Paul's and wife Maggie's in the video.
Recognize the voices on there?
So that was definitely the mom, the son, and the dad. That was all three of y'all. That was all three of them. Which is crazy. Not specifically because they were together, but more so as they brought up the Snapchat thing. It's really interesting because when you think about social media, there's so many things that you can do to track stuff, like, and just phones in general, like how they just showed that there's ways you can archive posts and stories. There's ways that you can, even for example, like with iPhones, I might be telling on some of y'all's, but you can even like hide videos or pictures within your photo album.
Oh yes, I found that recently. Naj had that picture of me, and I was like, delete it. He's like, oh yeah, I deleted it. Then I went and found it, pictures, and I was like, you deleted it? He's like, yeah, and he looked guilty. So I went and I I was like, this picture I deleted. I deleted them. Try to trick me.
So
they were good pictures.
You can hide photos and videos within your photo album. They even got like apps and stuff where you can like hide stuff in other apps or something like that. But which is interesting, girl. Which is interesting because when you think about this type of stuff, if you really think if I was hiding something, do you think I would say that?
People have done sillier things. Look at this man.
You can hide stuff, and then what's the interesting thing about it is they can pull it up, right? They can pull up the phone records, they can reach out to these social media platforms, and they can track all these individual things. So it's just very cool and savvy to see how they're grabbing, I guess, like memories from his Snapchat and stuff like that, you know, to track what was going on at certain times. So this is interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Real funny. All right. Paul was like 20. He lived on Snapchat and on his phone. Neff, I think Paul was over 21 at the time of death. He looked like a little baby. I'm upset hearing Paul laughing with no idea what was coming. I know, right? That's very sad. That's very sad. I mean, he's just enjoying his day with his family, not knowing what's about to happen.
So, like, did he get mad because he recorded him bending in the tree?
I don't know. The dog didn't know it either. It's so terrible how everything can be okay and then completely destroyed. Whew. They had multiple dogs for hunting. Bubba was more of a pet than a working dog. But the dog in the videos is Cash and his friend's dog. Bad Naj. Time out. Laughed my ass off. Busted. He's sleeping outside tonight.
Wish I would.
No, we got a guest bedroom now, so he can go in there. Paul was 22 at his death and 19 at the time of the boat case. He was drinking under the age when that girl died. Naj, you should know Reina's going to catch you in your shenanigans.
I still got them.
What? Shenanigans?
The pictures.
No, you don't.
Oh.
I will fight you right here on this camera live.
Yeah, it's recorded.
Yeah, and what are they going to do?
Show the people
They're all going to be in the comments like, get him, Reina. Yeah, hook him.
It ain't about them.
Bring his ears back. It don't matter. What you going to do, call the cops on me?
No, they can send it to the...
No, they're not going to do that. These are my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just some of them adopted you as their son, but I'm their first daughter. Okay, I'm here. Now, who is Alex Murdaugh and who did he murder? Liz said. Okay. The girl's death was caused by Paul. Paul used his other brother's ID to buy alcohol. Paul was out here. Paul and I are about the same age. I'm 23, and I can't imagine my life being taken from me by my own dad. Wow, Meg. Man. Seriously, like, what the fudge? Wait, damn. Did y'all move? The room look different. Yeah, check the last video out. That's what we said. Everybody check the last video out if you want to know what's going on, where we've been, and what's been happening. We're not going to tell you nothing else. What'd I say?
Video.
Last live video, yes.
2 separate ones. Yeah, check the last live. It's called We Moved, and we're back.
Do it. They want me to beat you up.
Oh, man. Kathy, I thought we was homies.
Reina gonna be on the next line order.
Exactly.
The internet is the fingerprint now. Miss T. Taylor Baby with the truth.
The phone in general.
Listen, she said everything is tracked. Nothing is private anymore. I think he killed Paul because of the pills that Paul found. But here's my question. Why would that warrant death? I don't understand why that would warrant death. Can y'all explain to me, like, the pills are the opiates? I'm like, so silly. Just so you guys know, I'm sorry. I'm so silly. I still imagine opiates being those little masks that people used to put over their face, like, back in, like, the 20s or something. Where they're like, I thought that, I still can't get, so they take them in pills now? Is that what they do?
Yeah, I guess it's the drugs, whatever. So check it out. To touch on what you just said about, like, why is that worth killing? Like, the craziest thing is how people are still trying to get away with these type of murders, as if like these. Y'all gotta keep in mind. The same way I talk about like food and how they make certain foods, they hire people specifically to make certain foods very desirable. they hire chemical engineers and pays them like 6 figures a year to make you desire that food. It's the same thing. Well, not the same thing. It's different. But the fact that they hire these, I don't know why you love to do that. Okay. They hire people that specialize in catching your ass. They hire people that specialize in tracking and like figuring out what you're doing and the times that you did. Like these people are specialists. So the fact that you decided to kill someone, not just kill anyone, your family, and think you're going to be able to get away with it if you did, it's ridiculous. You know, it was was it the last one that we touched on in January with the case with the what was it?
Maybe I can't remember yesterday. So
I only know there was one, but basically when the lady tried to get involved in the family, and then she figured the only way that she can really like be a part of the family with the man, the husband or whatever, is she killed the son. You know what I'm talking about? When
the hell?
There was a boy, his mom had passed, and then he was living.
Baby, that was Mr. Ballin that we watched.
But the overall thing was she thought that, okay, I'll just kill him and then I can live with him happy ever after. Like, you think you gonna get away with this?
You think I'm gonna let you just keep living here with me?
Anyways.
All right. Hit the like button. It's free. Subscribe. Set notifications to all. Click the bell. Comment after live so it sticks. And consider joining Naj and Reina's Patreon.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. Great. Thank you. Alec was in some deep shit. He owed millions and was looking at life in jail just for the money issues.
Oh, wow.
Was on drugs. His wife was getting sus of him. And sus means suspicious. And his son was finding his drugs to keep from him. And this, my friends, is all a recipe for murder. Murder. It's greed. And Alex's world was crumbling beneath his feet.
Damn.
Speaking of the older brother, if I was in his shoes, my entire life would be solely dedicated to vengeance. Dad would be praying to God that he gets locked up forever so I couldn't get to him and break his neck and take his bowels from his stomach.
Okay.
I've been writing my book. I've been writing my book lately.
Got it.
And I've been getting really into character with my characters. So yeah. Yes, Ray and I ran out of characters to type.
That's funny.
By the way, I have a great dad. He's the best. He would never, just to be ultra clear about my last comment. Of course.
No, I feel that.
No, I know what you mean. Like, but you're empathetic, Meg. You've always been really good at putting yourself in people's shoes. So it never means that it's your situation. But yeah, she's just really good at like just being empathetic. So we get it. You don't have to overdo it. I got you, girl. Even though I just overdid it. I just overdid it. Like, you don't have to worry about over saying something, you know. She said, you made that a bit more spicy than me, Rada. I like it. Let's get back to the video, guys, and see what's going on. Copycat, are you making fun of me?
I was like, oh, okay.
You and Copycat are the same. Me and Megan and Fertitti got it together. Let's get back to the video and see what's going on. So, we are here.
Yep,
yeah.
I did. Did you recognize the voices of your second family?
I did.
And what voices did you hear?
Paul's, Miss Maggie, Mr. Elliott.
And how sure are you now?
Positive.
100%?
That's correct.
Expert witnesses said the video was taken at approximately 8:44 p.m., which is minutes before investigators believe Paul and Maggie were shot. Later, Alec would call 911 at approximately 10.
100%?
That's correct.
Expert witnesses said the video was taken at approximately 8:44 p.m., which is minutes before investigators believe Paul and Maggie were shot. Later, Alec would call 911 at approximately 10:06 p.m. to report the discovery of the bodies of his wife and son.
This is Alec Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road.
Wait, what time was it at?
Report the discovery of the 911 at approximately 10:06 p.m. to report the discovery of the bodies of his wife and son.
This is Alec Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately.
Sorry, it's not funny. It's very horrible. Because if he ends up not being the one that did this, and they have some weird proof that it wasn't him, laughing is not cool. But I can't help but laugh a little bit at the accent with what he's saying. I can't help but laugh a little bit with the accent with what he's saying, because if he's lying, it makes it funny. This is Alex Murdaugh. Oh, so please come down to 5427. Sorry, it's just funny. God, I shouldn't do that. Friday, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of y'all's accents. Okay. Listen to the jailhouse calls between Alex and Buster. Listen to the jailhouse call between Alec and Buster. Buster is completely on his dad's side, even flipped off on a witness in the courtroom.
Wait. Buster is
the son's name, I guess.
The older son. And
Yeah,
that wasn't that the older son that was right there?
On the right of the picture.
No, I'm talking about who was that was just talking then prior to.
That wasn't his son at all. He wasn't his children. He's a grub. Grubhub. On the outside, it appears that way, Neff. However, he told someone when asked, "Don't assume I'm on my father's side." He's a loser. His dad is his meal ticket. Fair enough, but his little stunt in the courtroom, plus the passing of the notes, does make me think much of him. I'm assuming she doesn't make me think much of him. Coffee Cat said, "Oh yeah, they asked him if he had it's a house or a trailer." Yeah, he was pissed off when he said a house. Hell.
How dare you?
Liz said, "Naming your son Buster should also be a crime." I mean, just take him down for everything while you're at it. I'm not saying I'm a Buster fan. I'm just sharing what I heard. I love me some Buster Bus. Never mind. Anyway.
Y'all remember Buster Baxter?
No.
Yeah.
I was talking about Buster Rhymes.
I know. I was Buster from Arthur.
Miss T. Taylor Baby said he's filth. He's willing to unalive his own family and anyone he benefits from. He was barely at the law firm, too. Sucker. Wow. He's horrible. Miss T. Taylor Baby is really passionate about how much he sucks. So basically, T. Taylor Baby, you think he's innocent, right? She's gonna be like, hell no. All right, let's get to the video and see what we got. Finish this up.
White man child got badly.
Family friends also testified that Alec and Paul had a close relationship. Here's a video of the father and son at Alec's 61st birthday.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Thank y'all so much. Hey. Thank you, baby.
As the Murdaugh trial continues, Law and Crime will keep you updated on all the newest developments. Reporting for Law and Crime Network.
Wow.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
At the top.
Where are we?
No, just tap the top. No, not that.
Tap our page? Okay.
Yeah. So, what I want to know is, let's just say he didn't do this. Like, what would be the motive for somebody to just come in?
Framing him.
And you think so?
Yes, he has billions and billions, or not billions, but he has a lot of money. He's from a dynasty. He's probably fucked some people over. He's a prosecutor. He's probably made someone's life horrible, and maybe they wanted to frame him and have some elaborate plan to bring him down and ruin his life to the ultimate level. But the problem with that is he's had too many situations where he has, done the thug dizzle on people, and 5 people have died around him.
But what I'm interested in knowing is, how could there not have been any evidence of someone else on that big ass ranch, basically? Like, all that's their property, right? Like, that was a large piece of land. Like, no footsteps, like no entrance ways, no other fingerprints. Even if not fingerprints, it probably came gloves, whatever. but like something. Did they take off on an airplane or a helicopter? Did they levitate? Like they had to have came some way through there.
Wingardium Leviosa. They probably did levitate. I don't know. It's absolutely wild. One theory is revenge for the boat case. Nefertiti, what do you mean? And we got to get into this boat case and figure this shit out because I don't know.
Okay. So there's some things that we got to learn, but that does make sense if they're trying to blame him for someone else's death, and they were like, okay, well, we're about to get out, get back.
Kathy said they would have framed him way before now.
Oh, that was years and years ago or something?
I don't know. When was the boat case, guys? Miss T-Tail Baby is literally going in. She called him a junkie.
Oh, wow.
I can't. She just going in on him. He had a $50,000 a week. He had a $50,000 a week on pills.
Budget. Golly.
That's a lot. How's he surviving?
$50,000 a week? $200K a month? 1.2 mil a year for pills?
The defense was trying to say that at one point that it was Cousin Eddie. But why would Cousin Eddie kill his cash cow? He was getting $50K a week from Alec. Is Cousin Eddie the drug dealer? But if it was a frame, why wasn't he immediately concerned about his other family? Trying to make sure they're okay. Facts, facts, facts. You guys are good. You guys are on point. Let me just keep reading.
I mean, I would think that if it was, it would be more so like the fact that he did, like if he was innocent, it would be like, since he just lost some people, it probably wouldn't be like, you would probably think that, okay, whoever did this, they got what they wanted. Not so much it's still going to somebody else, and he's probably like dealing with the emotions of losing those people. But that's just me putting myself in like this other end of the spectrum. Like, why would he not?
Yeah.
I think that would probably be like why.
Miss T. Taylor's baby said, you unalived all that happiness. Idiot. The boat case was in 2019. Oh, so this is recent.
And then 2 years later, this happened.
This happened in 2021? Oh, I misheard. Because Cousin Eddie isn't really a relative. He's the opiates drug dealer. Liz said if he was doing $50K a week on drugs, then he definitely did it. And he was stealing from everyone.
That's a bad drug habit. $50K a week?
No, that's not bad. That's wild. That's like on Scarface level. Like,
$50K a week.
Yeah, that's crazy. Family even wrote laws in the law book. His family wrote laws in the law book. That's the dynasty they're talking about. Maggie's sister said the same thing. He was more concerned about clearing Paul's name from the boat case and not finding who murdered him. And if you're high on $50K worth of drugs, you could time travel to murder JFK. Right. Jeez Christ. Meg Green, I'm just saying, if I'm innocent and I know I have enemies and I find my spouse and child dead, I'm freaking out that my other child and relatives are dead or in danger as well.
Oh, the other
I
child,
completely can understand that.
Yeah. I mean, plus I don't know the whole thing. I'm just going based off of the little information that we grab as we go. But yeah.
Yes. All right. Let's see where we're going to go for our next video. Just give me 1 second to take a look. What does this say? So, Murdaugh murders, the mysterious death of Stephen Smith. What's the connection? Guys, who's Stephen Smith? Should we watch that video?
Should we take a look at that?
I don't know about
Stephen
that one.
Smith.
Signals of deception. Ooh, this seems like a good one. Signals of deception. Alec Murdaugh's behavior ripped apart by body language expert. I love the body language experts, personally. What?
What?
Alex Murdaugh's full confession to murder-suicide scheme played in court. This from a different situation? Oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. So we have a video on Alex Murdaugh's full confession to a murder-suicide scheme played in court, signals of deception, Alex Murdaugh's behavior ripped apart by behavioral analyst, 9 shocking details relieved, bro. Let me read this. Back burner Smith for now. Okay, so let's wait on Smith. Got it. Let's check out the signals of deception or 9 shocking details. I want the details because honestly, we gotta fast forward.
Let's
we're
do
late.
that. Yeah, that's perfect right there. Let's go.
Yeah, because we're late. We don't know nothing.
Crucial cell phone videos, and an alternative theory. It's a recap of week 2 of the Alec Murdaugh trial. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Who's that guy in the green shirt? Do you know?
It's Chris Wilson.
You know Chris Wilson's relationship to Alec Wilson or Alec Murdaugh?
Yeah, I think they're best friends.
Week 2 in the Alec Murdaugh trial is wrapped up, so you know what time it is. It's time to do a recap. It was a week where the prosecution continued their case against the former renowned South Carolina attorney accused of murdering his wife Maggie and son Paul by allegedly shooting them to death on June 7th, 2021 on their family property. The prosecution's theory seems to be that Murdaugh did this because his life was falling apart, that he was about to be exposed for committing financial crimes, and killed Maggie and Paul to distract attention away from that, maybe to gain sympathy. Maybe the pressure of everything was just too and Paul, that he was about to be exposed.
Back it up. Hold on. What?
Shooting them to death on June 7th, 2021 on their family property. The prosecution's theory seems to be that Murdaugh did this because his life was falling apart, that he was about to be exposed for committing financial crimes, and killed Maggie and Paul to distract attention away from that, maybe to gain sympathy. Maybe the pressure of everything was just too much for him. The defense says Murdaugh loved his family and that the circumstantial evidence presented by the prosecution doesn't add up. Okay, so this week we heard a lot about guns and ammunition. Now, here's the thing about that. The murder weapons haven't been recovered. Investigators believe, though, that Maggie was killed with a .300 blackout rifle and Paul with a 12-gauge shotgun. Now, why do they think that? Well, the Murdaugh family had a lot of guns, and guns were fired on that property in the past. So the prosecution is saying that the ammunition, the materials found near the bodies, matched the bullets and weapons that were found around the home.
Wow.
To give you a better idea of that, here is South Carolina Law Enforcement Division Senior Special Agent Jeff Croft talking a little bit more about it.
Wow.
What else are you looking for right now as you look through the other firearms on that particular gun rack?
Any additional rifles capable of shooting a .300 blackout, and also the any 12-gauge shotguns which are capable of shooting 3-inch Magnum.
Let me ask you this: did you find any other weapons that could shoot .300 blackout?
No, sir, we did not.
Did you ever find any other weapons on Alec Murdaugh's property that could shoot .300 blackouts other than that one that was in the gun rack?
No, sir, we did not.
Property. Did you ever find any other weapons on Alec Murdaugh's property that could shoot .300 blackouts other than that one that was in the gun rack?
No, sir, we did not.
Wow.
We're going to talk more about this in a minute, but did you find some 12 gauges?
Yes, sir, we did.
What's that?
This would be the magazine which I removed from this rifle on the video, and the ammunition which it contained.
All right. And what kind of ammunition is that?
It's head stamped S&B 300 blackout.
All right. And do you know the specific brand and make and caliber of ammunition that was used to kill Maggie Murdaugh?
The head stamps on the shell casings at the crime scene was S&B 300 blackout.
Same thing?
Yes, sir.
Now, here's what's interesting about that. So the prosecution is saying, well, of course, the murder weapons have to be the Murdaugh family weapons. I mean, look how particular these guns and bullets are. Well, we found out from John Bedingfield, a gun maker who actually created 3 guns for the Murdaugh family in the past. The .300 blackout rifle is not as rare as people might think, because that was something that was used for hog hunting in that area.
And have you recommended to a number of customers to .300 blackout to root out the nuisance?
Yes,
hogs?
I have.
Do you have any estimate how many .300 blackouts you've sold over the last 4 or 5 years?
No, sir, I wouldn't. I've a little over 600 firearm transfers. I wouldn't know.
Think it's more than 100?
I don't know. It's a lot, but I don't know how many.
All right.
I've said it before. I will say it again. The prosecution can say that the killings, look, they happened on Murdaugh's property, and it's possible his guns were used. But isn't it also possible that someone could have come onto the property and used the guns to kill Maggie and Paul? I mean, if those guns are spread all over the place, isn't it possible? It seems like.
So here's the thing, like, and again, this isn't like agreeing with what's, with or taking his side, but I'm just thinking like, in the mind of a criminal, if you're going on their property to kill, you have guns, right? And you just come across some of their guns and no one's around, and then you check it and it's loaded, I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab yours to further get away with this crime and then proceed with what I'm going to do. But I mean, it is a coincidence that the murder weapons are the same two guns that he has. Not like it's just one, or should I say it's not a coincidence? Because both guns, both murder weapons were two weapons that were used to kill. But then again, the gun owner or store owner said that that's a popular gun around the area. It's just so many little things that's just like very interesting.
I mean, so here's the thing. Again, it goes back to they would have to know the Murdaughs, which it sounds like they're in a small town, so everyone knows them. Sounds like everyone knows they hunt, so everyone would know they have guns. But I'm sure these guns are kept locked away someplace safe, like most people do who are responsible gun owners. They don't just have guns lying about in the kitchen for no reason. Like some people, they, you're talking about a shotgun, like you're talking about some really, high powered, like weapons. I still just don't see how someone would be able to go to your property between 8:45 and 10:06, okay, and have time to find your gun, kill your wife and son, and you had no idea what happened, and then get away from that long ass fucking distance of a drive to get to your home, and you just didn't see none of it. No, like, how is that possible?
Because he was definitely there.
Right.
Oh, so wait, were they trying to say that he wasn't there?
I don't know that. I just know that they were saying. Yeah. I'm assuming they were trying to timeline out like where he was at the time. I
sure think that he did it. It's just the fact that like those little, just based on the topics they were talking about. But yeah, he was there. He was definitely there at 8:44, and then at 10:06, that last when he called the people, which means that he's seen it at least, I would say like maybe 9:50 or 9:55 or something like that, right? And then called them or whatever. So I'm just, that whole little, I don't think that you can not see anything or know about the people or anything like that within an hour.
Yeah. Meg said that's an odd motive theory, but let's be real, we've heard a lot stranger. Copycat said, also check out Murdaugh's murder podcast, lots of back info. Let's see if we can go see what we have on here. Nefertiti said, there is a journalist in SC that broke the story about Murdaugh years ago when no one would listen to her. She has the real tea about this family.
Interesting.
So they just came there hoping to find a gun. Right. That's kind of like how I was saying.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was saying. Remember, I was saying like if they had their own, but if there's an opportunity to use yours and not use mine, and further get away or further better my cases of getting away from the situation, I would think that a criminal would do so. But no, I get you.
Let's say if I'm going to murder people, I'm not going to take the time to check out random guns. I'm going to get on with my murder. Cool as. Well thought out, sis. Well thought out. Liz, there were plenty of guns. It was a ranch and a hunting property.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind when I seen how big that was. I was like, yeah, they definitely shoot.
Meg said that's one hell of a coincidence that Maggie and Paul would both be there at the exactly the same time in place. Nah, I'm not convinced it was anyone else. And then Neff just said, no, Reina, they had guns all over their place and they were not all locked up and many were loaded. Okay, shit. They're irresponsible gun owners.
How are they irresponsible gun owners?
Because someone got killed with a gun. 2 of them.
Yeah, purposely.
Yeah, well, the point is that they shouldn't be out.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, but if I'm going to murder someone, I'm going to take a chance on their being ready to use guns no matter what. I'm going to use my gun. I know it's ready to use. Meg said Maggie didn't even want to be there, but Alex got her to go and inexperienced hunter gun owner keeps their gear secured. Okay, so Maggie didn't even want to be there, but Alex got her to go. And any experienced hunter and gun owner keeps their gear secured. Not only is it dangerous, but it's also really expensive. Agreed. I have this case playing from Emily D. Baker all day while I work. Oh. All right, guys, let's get back to this video wherever I put it. Here, baby. My eyes are starting to burn. Probably because we haven't done this in a while, and I'm like tired as heck. We gotta get to this through this video. How long is this one?
Let's check it out.
We're gonna finish this video and see how we feel. So let's keep going.
Like you have to directly
So
put
sad.
the guns into Murdaugh's hands
She seems
to
sweet.
make this stick, no? In fact, listen to what Murdaugh told investigators.
I mean, Paul has guns scattered all over the place. So, you know, some of our guns aren't there.
Again, something to think about. And by the way, with week 2, it was also interesting because the defense even furthered a theory that perhaps not only was Murdaugh not responsible, but maybe there were 2 shooters. Here's defense attorney Dick Harpootlian cross-examining SLED Special Agent Melinda Worley.
But did you know the degrees?
No, that I didn't know.
Until July 12th. But on July 12th, did anyone go back out and walk this line to see if maybe there's shell casings way up here? No one looked up there, correct?
Not that I'm aware.
Okay, and no one did a topographical study to indicate, if you follow these lines back, whether wherever a shooter could have been were higher or lower than the dog house, the small animal cage, right?
Right.
But doesn't this indicate to you there were 2 shooters? There was a shooter up here and a shooter down here? Is there a possibility?
Was that Maggie's sister
Is
in the
it
picture?
a
Not Maggie.
possibility that there are 2 shooters based on the data you collected?
It just indicated there was movement to me.
Movement from here all the way up to here?
I don't know that it went all the way up there.
But is it, I'm not telling you, I mean, one explanation would be movement, correct? One explanation would be 2 shooters. I'm sorry? Yes?
I wasn't there when it
No. But one explanation of this data would be 2 shooters. One explanation, not the.
Stop trying to get her said.
Yeah, not the only one. But it is a reasonable explanation, just like one shooter running up that way, correct?
Sure.
One of the reasonable explanations is there are 2 people there, there are 2 guns there, one's a shotgun, one's an AR, and we now see that AR is being shot from way up here, correct?
I can't see that, no. It's somewhere along that line.
And that line goes
Okay.
a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen
Wow.
yards from the feed room, if you follow it straight up.
I don't know where they were in that line.
Could someone have been a lookout there? They went there to kill Paul?
Okay, guys. Tell me she's not giving y'all Jodie Foster vibes. Hold on. Who's Jodie Foster?
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
Nope. Don't ring a bell.
Clarice Starling.
Never heard of it.
She kind of giving me. She's giving me Jodie vibes. No? Sis is giving me Jodie vibes. Whatever. You're just not fun.
Maggie surprised them. They thought she was gone.
He's trying to convince her to say there's 2 people. And she
Reasonable,
ain't
though,
going.
right? Right?
She just did the.
I know you
Did you
weren't.
see her face?
Surprised them. They thought she was gone.
I have no idea.
Reasonable, though, right? Right? I know you weren't there, but none of us were there. We're trying to figure out what happened that night. And clearly, one reasonable explanation is 2 shooters. One explanation. Right, and a number of them.
So when you think about the trajectory of the bullets and the two guns being used, it could be a reasonable theory, something for the jury to think about, right? You know, maybe it's
Look at all the
possible that it's
guns.
not one person using two guns to kill two
The
victims.
fuck? It look like a fishing store with guns.
It's like he's the gun store owner.
Right. Like, why do you have so many of them? How many people you hunting?
Shoot a different gun every day of the
That's
month.
sad. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm gonna say it's sad if you're a gun collector. Like,
No, I'm thinking about what they're killing because you know.
oh, you talking about
I
hunting?
think about the
Oh, I got you.
animals.
I was just talking about.
I don't mind them like enjoying guns and knowing how to like defend themselves. It's all right, but I just be feeling sad about the animals.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Wanna go back?
Yeah.
But there were two shooters. Now, is it possible that you could have had one shooter using both guns to make it look like it was two shooters? Absolutely. But again, something the jury's going to have to work through. By the way,
see, now that's what I was talking about, like what I was referring to.
Go just us, baby.
Like, if I'm playing the other end of the stick, like I'm playing against, right? And
Devil's advocate.
I just don't like saying it, but it came to mind. I was like,
Reina's advocate.
wow. Then that means I'm against you.
Right. No, it means you're my advocate. You're with me.
But I'm like this point specifically isn't
Okay.
like one line what you're talking about. Anyways, for example, if I'm a criminal and I'm going inside a house and I got a gun or two different guns, and I see all those guns on the wall and there's nobody inside, I'm grabbing one of those, especially to check to see if it's loaded at least. And I'm gonna use that gun. If you're thinking about getting away from this crime and there's a whole bunch of guns, they got on gloves and all that, like the criminal mind would think like, okay, there's hella guns right here, ain't nobody around. Somebody do come in, I do have mine in case I need to use it, but I'm about to check this. I'm about to load this up. I'm not load up, but if it's loaded, I'm about to use this and completely get away with it. Like that's a foolproof way of getting away with the crime. Now I'm not saying that's what happened because that gap, that 1 hour, ain't no way that he left and then came back and within that 1 hour that he decided to leave that night, you know, somebody else committed that crime. That's just highly unlikely. But I'm just thinking if that was the case, you know, but, you know, anyways, I just thought that was interesting to see all those up there.
Junebug said, oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Alex had friends and associates out to hunt all the time. Okay. So that's why he had so many, because it was like parties. They were like, they were kicking it.
Get-togethers.
Okay, they were doing hunting parties for hogs, and the hogs are pretty aggressive there and ruin crops. Okay. All right. Back in the good old days in Australia, my brother had a gun room. Damn.
I want a gun room. That'd be dope.
Pero por qué, papá? Pero qué? Secure your shit. Christ's sake. Be responsible. I like guns, by the way. But be safe, good Lord. I gotta say the comments the way I feel like the spirit is supposed to say them.
I don't think that's how they say it.
Meg said, secure your shit. Christ's sake. Be responsible. I like guns, by the way, but be safe. Good Lord. Okay, maybe I can move out some Cardi. Let's reel that in. One more time. Secure your shit. Christ's sake, be responsible. I like guns, by the way, but be safe. Good Lord. I want to be an actress one day.
Yeah.
I'm joking. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see what's going on. I thought that was a girl.
Okay. Switch this up screen.
Switch this up screen.
Sticking with Agent Worley for a second, Harpootlian was grilling her on investigators doing sloppy police work, namely failing to properly secure the crime scene and the problem of potential contamination of the evidence.
It was a police officer.
Yes.
Probably a Carlton County police officer.
I don't know that for sure.
Who else could it be?
It could have been one of us from
One
SLED.
of yours?
I don't think it was mine, but it could have been from SLED. I don't know.
It could have been SLED, could have been Carlton County, could have been the coroner.
Yeah, sure.
But, I mean, and in your business, there are rules about who should be walking through crime scenes, right?
And that can be a problem for prosecutors. I mean, is it enough to get
a rule?
Yeah, sure.
But, I mean, and in your business, there are rules about who should be walking through crime scenes, right?
Yeah.
And that can be a problem for prosecutors. I mean, is it enough to get an acquittal? Not sure. But the more the defense can attack the integrity of investigation, the weaker a prosecution's case can be. But maybe it's not necessarily all about these forensics. Maybe we have to step away from the forensics, because what about the audio and video evidence? That brings me to one of the biggest developments in week 2.
Oh, wait, you can't believe
the
you're doing
alleged
the biggest developments in week 2? Hold on, y'all. I got to pause because Naj just walked out. I think he's putting the heat on. Are you putting the heat on, Papa? Yeah. Okay, he's putting the heat on. I hate that I have to get up early tomorrow. It's really hurting my feelings that I did this to myself.
What's that?
I've got to be up early to get to work.
Okay, so this one.
I leave here at 8:10. And I'm just setting my alarm clock so I don't mess this up.
Yeah, but we can wrap up.
Done. Save. Okay.
Part 2.
Definitely have to. Okay, y'all see Jodie Foster, right? Thank you. Let me go back and take a look at this real quick. Because she's Jodie to me. She is giving me Jodie vibes. All right, let's see. I think for them, gun safety was getting smacked in the face if you were to touch it.
Funny.
Sounds legit. SLED is the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. He locked the room. Your brother, not Alex. Division, not department. All right, let's see what Mike says. Reina, you're pretty on point, and I'm a bit sore about unsecured guns. Because in my cousin's county, 2 kids died because of irresponsible parents leaving guns out. Hard standard, always secure. I'm with that. I just think accidents can really happen. I mean, you have to have the safety on, have it locked up, have it prepared. I do think, though, there are circumstances where maybe a gun doesn't need to be necessarily locked up, but it should be holstered and put into a secure area. And the reason why I say not locked up is if you need to hurry and get to it in an emergency in your home, you don't be trying to fiddle with some keys trying to get to the shit. You know, I get that, but a whole fucking, like, trough of them, it's, like, just crazy.
Yeah, I won't necessarily say secured, but if it's around kids, that's for sure.
Well, kids, yeah, for
like,
sure.
If it's, adults, you put it somewhere, like you said, holster, or you know where it's at, easy access.
Yeah.
But kids, do the most to keep it out of harm's way.
It's so sad.
And then some.
I mean, there was a story about a 2-year-old killing their little sister or the baby or whatever on an accident with a gun. And there's just so many stories of children accidentally killing themselves with guns. Can you imagine?
Mistake,
But, like, it's loaded with your children around. Like, yeah, not cool. Kind of, like, really effed up. Just fucked up, really. All right, let's finish this up, guys, and let's see. He said this is the biggest development. I want to know what the hell. They probably already know what it is. Guys, if you're in here, just like, comment, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you aren't. But I think we're with our family right now. I think everybody in here we know. So, but if we don't, subscribe.
Please make sure to hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
Most important.
We're trying to come back. We're coming back. We're coming back. So, tell everybody about us. All right, let's get back to it and see what's going on.
Confession of Alec Murdaugh.
What?
In week 2, the alleged confession of Alec Murdaugh. So, during an audio interview with Agent Croft, Alec Murdaugh said something that is, I will tell you, caused quite a bit of a stir, quite a bit of a debate. Let's listen for yourself.
And you definitely saw a picture and
let's listen for yourself.
And you definitely saw a traumatic picture, and I know it's not hard, or not easy. I know it's hard. And sitting here talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
I did it so bad.
Traumatic picture.
Sitting here talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
It's like I said, I did them so bad.
You asked the defendant about traumatic picture that he
picture and saw a traumatic picture, and I know it's not hard or not easy. I know it's hard. And sitting here talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
I did it so bad.
So bad.
Is that what y'all heard too?
Well, they probably had to say it here. I don't know.
Did y'all hear? I did it so bad.
I did it so bad. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
It's just so bad. I did it so bad.
You just enjoy the market. What you Let's go back to it.
Let's get back to it. Because that was wild. Tell me what y'all think about that.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
I was like, I did it so bad.
traumatic picture that he saw of Paul and Maggie, what did he say?
It's just so bad. I did him so bad.
I did him so bad.
Yes, sir.
I did him so bad. The assumption being that he slipped up and said, I killed Paul in such a brutal fashion. Maybe he slipped up. Maybe it was a confession, or could it be something else?
Like what?
Here is defense attorney Jim Griffin pressing Croft on this.
And at various points in time, you were asked, what did he just tell you? Did he just tell you this? Do you remember that?
I do, sir.
And then you get to one point in the interview where you're asked, what did he just say after you said it must be tormenting? And you testified that Alex said on the video captured by audio that it was so bad, I did him so bad. That's what you testified to yesterday.
Yes, sir. That is what I testified to.
Now, are you 100% confident that Alex said, I did him so bad, rather than they did him so bad?
I'm 100% confident in what I heard and I interpreted him as saying.
Yeah, I didn't want to say they did.
So could it be they did him so bad? What did you hear? Well, the defense even slowed it down for Croft.
Your Honor, we'd like to play it again at 1/3 speed to slow it down. It's the same. Thank you.
I would reject playing it at 1/3 speed. There's no foundation laid for who's manipulating it, how it's being manipulated. I think obviously we have it in real time, but there would have to be some additional foundation.
Please play at 1/3 speed.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Too slow.
And sitting here talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
That's all he said.
So it's just so bad. They did it so bad.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie.
That 1/3 definitely sounded like they.
It did sound like they.
But at the same time, I definitely heard I did him so bad in real time, right? So it's like you slow it down that much, and I don't know. It sounded horrible, like the
Sounds
delay.
like he said they.
Yeah.
Y'all better not be making me persecute this man in my heart.
I definitely heard they on the slow mo for sure. But when I heard the real time, I definitely
Let's go back and listen to the real time again, because this is too much.
Real time, I heard him say, "I did him so bad."
You want to listen to the real time?
Yeah, no,
again?
we could do it.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure this out. Let's see if this is the real time.
Him so bad.
You go back.
That's what you testified to yesterday.
Yes, sir. That is what I testified.
This, do you remember that?
Yeah,
I do, sir.
And I killed Paul in such a brutal fashion. Maybe.
You definitely saw a traumatic picture, and I know it's not hard, or not easy. I know it's hard. And sitting here talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
Damn.
It says I.
And sitting here talking today is tough.
It's just so bad. They did it so bad.
Actually, when I think they, I hear they. When I think I hear
Dramatic picture.
when I think they, I hear it. When I think I hear it.
So that's the exact.
Now that's some shit.
The first time I listened, well, no, so not the first time. When we just played it back those 2 times, that first time I heard they, and then I was like, I still had
No,
I.
baby, you heard they. You heard they.
And the second time when you was like, I still hear I, and I was like, okay, let me see again. Then I heard I. So it's really interesting because the very first time I heard I multiple times.
But now that they've introduced the doubt,
yeah,
that is some good
crazy
attorney work.
That
Because
was
they
good.
have introduced doubt. Because I would not feel confident
Yeah.
nor comfortable if I were a juror to say that that was a confession, because I don't know for sure what he said, because it's just too easy to go both directions.
If we put a juror head on now, like if we were jurors, that very first time, if they played it up for him at one time, instantly like, oh, he said I. Oh, for sure. 100% he said I. When he slowed it down to that 1/3, like 1/3 is too slow. I said it a couple times.
Yeah.
Like 1/3 is way too slow. But then it started dragging. I'm like, wait, I heard day a couple times. So it's weird. It's weird. I for sure feel like I would want to go with the first thing I heard. But then when we played it back a few times, like that slow-mo. But I'm wondering if the slow, like what, 1/3, if
merges
that dragged
words
out
together,
the word so
yeah.
much that it's like you hear the word and then you can convince the person by saying, for example, all right, so this is the perfect example right here, you all. So there's a lot of you all may know Tony Robbins, right?
I sound like you said, a lot of y'all may know I'm Tony Robbins. So we're going to slow you down.
A lot of you all may know the speaker Tony Robbins. So he has this test that he does, right? He says to give you all an idea, look around wherever you all are at. Look around, look for the color black. Look around, look around, look around. Look for the color black. Look around. Every round, look around, look around, look for the color black. Look around the room.
I'm looking at you.
Around the room, babe. You all too. Look for the color black.
Okay, right? I'm looking. It's
now
everywhere.
close your eyes. Now tell me where you seen the color orange. You had to open your eyes to try to find it. You didn't see any orange, right?
I don't see no orange now.
Right.
There's no orange. That's red.
So my point being is, you see what you focus on, right? You will focus on black, so you're looking at black. When you look for orange, or when I say you look for orange, it's kind of more difficult because you wasn't focused on orange. And this is kind of the same concept. Like I was looking for I. When I replayed it, I was looking for I. But then
I'm looking at Naj's glorious beard.
Thank you.
And it is glorious. You should pick it out for y'all.
Yeah, it's Pat's pushed in.
Let me show you how big it is.
So it's just interesting because when he said day, when he told you all to listen for day, babe, I'll try to make a point. When he told us to listen for day, he was like, you sure it's not day? We're going to play it on a 3rd speed for day. And he did it. Then I heard day.
Baby, they have never said day. They've never once said day. Never. They're saying they.
Girl, have
They're
a
not
seat.
saying day.
Stand up and have a seat.
All right, let's get to these comments, because I know my people have got something to say, and I want to hear what they are talking about.
Tap on it.
Tap on what?
Comments at the top, just so it can be bigger.
Tap on this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I did him so bad, Trish says. And then Trish also said, where'd it go? I'll come back to you, Trish. I can't, oh, there, I can't, I don't know where the comment went. Hold on, we're almost there. Meg said, to be clear, I'm not sure I'd take that as a confession. Not sure I'd want to take that to trial. It's not perfectly clear, and he could be meaning something else. And Sklee said, I did him so bad. But then says, I think. Granted, it sounds like that, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Mama said, I don't want to be fair with Alex. Sorry, Meg. What is that? A hot mess. Neff said, I still hear I. Meg said, I don't like him any more than you, Kathy, but I have a similar accent to him, and people have heard something entirely different to what I said. I think he said it, but it's not concrete to me. I agree with that now. I wouldn't rest my case on that. That's what Trish said. And Bendy said, definitely a hot mess. Kathy said, there's too much other evidence that shows what he's so guilty of doing. And Meg said, and maybe objective would be more accurate than fair. And like Naj and Reina said.
About time. Golly. I'm usually
Meg's always been, me and Meg have always been like this. She's never done me like that.
It's
Who
cool.
the hell is Resin, Meg?
You Resin.
I'm not Resin. It was a typo. She knows my name.
Your name is Resin.
Like Naj and Reina said, you'll hear what you expect or want to hear.
I heard Resin.
Oh, Meg, baby. You ain't never did me like this. I heard someone explain that he was saying, I did, to the question, did you see it? Oh, here goes Meg. Thank you. Reina, not Resin. Usually autocorrect goes after Naj, not our girl Reina. Right. It's never, I knew it was her. I knew it wasn't her doing it to me. Well, the trial wasn't over that day, and tons of other things come out. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Neff, what you got to say? And that's all Putin needs to do is make you doubt. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to prove him innocent just to get you a doubt so that you can't convict. He had GSR all over him in the raincoat. What the hell's GSR? Oh no, I hear nothing. Oh shit. The defense and the gun expert that could have come from transfer from GSR that was already on the gun and coat. This might be a stretch, but if he did say they instead of that can't mean he knows who did it or maybe set it up. Can't that mean he knows who did it and maybe set it up?
Here's the thing.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
That's true. That could mean that. So, aside from that point, though, this is just one little area to focus in on because it did sound like he said I initially. Even though there's so much more that's beyond past this. You know, this is just like what, I forgot who said it, but it was like, this is all he needs to do is instill a little bit of doubt, not necessarily prove him.
Pause.
Right.
Pause. Hold on. What? Junebug, come through with the braids and the lips, sis, and the eyes. It's the lashes for me. Really? I just had to give my love to the Junebug cousin. Good. She didn't have a picture before. I just realized Junebug is showing us who she is now. She's getting closer to us. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
So it's just interesting. But even still, though, even if let's just say it is day, so what? From the perspective of that, don't mean that he's innocent.
I mean, even he still could be just lying. But I think they were going
the same way he was crying.
Yeah, they were going for it, thinking it was real.
Yeah, no, the same way he was crying with no tears. This could be another one of those. If it was like nothing would have happened. Like if we didn't hear the words "I," and let's say he did say "they," the only reason we focused on it is because we thought that he said "I," and we was like, "Oh shit, got him." But even if he did say they did something bad, it's just like, okay, we wouldn't even thought twice about it because we still would have been thinking about, the guilty aspect of the thing.
Right. GSR's gunshot residue. So he had gunshot residue all over him. But that still doesn't mean nothing because he has so many guns. He'd be like, okay, so I shot guns that day. I shoot guns all the time.
What about the blood aspect, right? Like they did say that
shouldn't he even got some splatter on him? Oh, they said that he changed clothes most likely.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, why change your clothes?
No, it's not proven he changed his clothes. They're saying he must have changed his clothes. He didn't say he changed his clothes.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if you touch someone that has been shot the way they say he's been shot, you say you can see the blood and all this stuff, like, you would think that when you pick them up, some blood or something, some sort of residue would be on you. I'll take over resin. Little resin.
Resin, hold on. Resin.
It's like a raisin.
No, it's not. Resin is a beautiful thing. Let me see. Resin is in art. Resin. Oh, yes. Resin is a solid or highly viscous substance of plant or synthetic origin that is typically convertible into polymers. Resin is usually mixtures of organic compounds. Let me see a resin. People make resin stuff.
Resins are dried grapes.
Just snort? Ew. Let me see. I will take it. I'll be a resin. Look at this beautiful resin. Oh, this resin.
You have one of those.
Yes, Naj bought me something like this. That's beautiful. I will take that. Meanwhile, you're just nah. Even when they make a mistake, they still treat me good, Thank you. Bless you.
Resin.
That was for me. They can't find the original clothes. What about blood spatters? We just said, thanks. The last pic was of the dog I had. Right. Original clothes and the tree video are missing. He changed clothes. Guys, let's wrap up this.
Does he have like cameras around the house or something?
I don't know, but obviously if he did, it's not happening. Yeah. Would you have been less offended if it autocorrected to raisin instead? No, I would have been super offended if it was raisin. I like resin now. I love resin.
Dried grapes. You drinking dried grapes?
No, I don't want to be a raisin. I feel like I'm wrinkly. I'm just messing with you, Maggie. I love you. All right, let's.
That he saw of Paul and Maggie. What did he say?
It's just so bad. I did him so bad.
I did him so bad.
Fast forward. We had back to
It's just so bad. I did it so bad.
Now it said I. Now it sounds like I again. I'm done with this.
Wait, pause it. You know what this reminds me of?
The blue and gold, the blue and white dress.
Those illusions.
The blue and white dress.
There's tons of different examples, but this reminds me of those illusions, like the different illusions.
The biggest one was the blue and white dress.
Right. Yeah, it's tons of them. They were like, "What do you see here?" And they were like, "Do you see a man, or do you see a glass, or do you see like two women, or do you see like a wine glass, something like that?" And depending on what you look at or what you see, or your perspective, you're here one of those ways.
Right here is the camera.
This is kind of that.
Like, what do you see? What colors do you see?
Gold and white.
You fucking with me. You're lying. You see gold and white?
Yeah. What you see?
Are you guys seeing gold and white?
Yeah, they better. What's something wrong with their eyes?
Fix the camera, baby.
Hold on.
Dude, ain't no way. Let me take.
What do y'all see right here?
We gotta move on because I gotta take a picture of this. Hold on. I'm gonna take a picture of what I'm seeing to see.
What do you all see?
You see gold and white? You're messing with me.
They see gold and white too.
Is that what they're saying?
Watch. I guarantee you they see gold and white.
We gotta move on. I just need to take a picture of it.
Hold on, wait. Gold. I see gold. Let me know what y'all saw on that.
Y'all really see gold and
Yes.
brown? Gold and white? Yes. I gotta move on. It's gold and white. It's gold and white.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let me see here. Baby.
Huh.
What's it look like here?
Gold and white. She said, Meg said blue and gold. I see gold and white.
I see blue and black.
Black?
Yes, it's literally black, 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 black.
Oh, God.
Blue, blue,
Come on,
and it's like a navy blue.
We're going to have to leave early. I got to take Reina to the hospital. We got to go to the ER.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
She seeing things.
How does everybody see gold is white? And why
Thank you, Junebug.
Only Meg and I are slightly the same.
Junebug seen gold and white. Kathy said brown. I'll take brown.
White and brown.
White and brown. I'll take that.
Stop gaslighting Reina. I see blue, Reina.
No, you don't.
Oh, thank the Lord.
You don't see no blue.
No, she wouldn't lie.
Huh?
She wouldn't lie.
We need to get you to the ER, baby.
No, then take me and Neff together. And Meg.
Neff, somebody's around you, tell them
Just
first
stop.
class ER.
Just stop. Nothing's wrong with us. If you can see blue and black, it's a sign of intelligence.
Kathy said she highly suggested. We need to get you to the ER, baby.
Kathy's not suggesting that.
What's she suggesting?
Kathy's suggesting that you
ER.
stop while you ahead.
So bad. So bad.
Just like you.
So, a few things to take away from
That's
here.
what he said.
If he said they did him so bad, then he could be referring to the killers, right? No problem. But if it's I did him so bad, then could it be him messing up and maybe confessing? Maybe. Or could it be something else? Maybe it means he failed to protect his son. He failed him as a father. I did him so bad. Maybe something like that. Maybe he was in such an alarmed, excited, emotional state, we don't know what he was saying or what it means. Look, it's going to be up to the jury to decide what Murdaugh said and what weight to give that audio. I will tell you one thing. The prosecution's going to need a lot more than resting their case on an I or they.
Right.
Okay, so in the Alec Murdaugh trial, cell phone evidence is proving to be quite critical in this case. And as we have shown in week 2, the cell phone activity is helping prosecutors nail down the timeline of the shooting. They assert that the shootings happened at around 8:50 p.m. on June 7th. Now, how do we know this? Well, let's look at Maggie's phone log. When looking...
Meg. This is the most divided our tribe has ever been.
That's pretty accurate.
Well, what's so funny is Meg's our dividing factor. She's blue and gold.
Bendy, did you say what you saw, Bendy?
Bendy saw white and gold.
Oh, thank you, Bendy.
I mean, majority of y'all saw white and gold, which makes me feel like me and Neff are the rare people that, you know, we're unique, we're different.
Go ahead, tell them. It's a sign of intelligence, right?
I already said that. I literally already said that. What the hell,
everything is a sign of intelligence. When I say everything, more specifically, everything she does.
Yeah, that's a sign of intelligence. All right, let's go back. Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry.
Looking at this phone log, a couple of things to point out.
What?
We learned that at
Hold on.
7:50 on June 7th, Maggie calls a
good.
Barbara, and that would be the last call. Happened at around 8:50 p.m. on June 7th. Now, how do we know
Give me
this?
the phone
Well,
line.
let's look at Maggie's phone log. When looking at this phone log, a couple of things to point out. We learned that at 7:50 on June 7th, Maggie calls a Barbara, and that would be the last call that she ever made or received.
Oh, damn.
She read a group text at 8:31:16 seconds. The last read text was at 8:49:27. Remember, prosecutors believe the killings happened at around 8:50 p.m. The device locks at 8:49:31. And then, this is fascinating, from 8:53 to 8:55:59, steps are recorded on Maggie's phone activity. And during that time, the orientation changes to landscape mode on the camera. In fact, it seems that the camera was turned on for 1 second at 8:54, and between 9 and 10 p.m., more steps are recorded. So what does this suggest? It suggests that someone may have been trying to use their phone and walking around with it. But we also know that...
Oops. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. What did I do? This is wrong. This is not it. Stop. This is not the video. I'm so sorry. Go back to I don't know what happened. Go to the library. I'm sorry.
All right, which one is it?
I don't know. You have to go to the library. It's your stupid mouse. It's just a real wild thing.
Is this one?
That's probably it. Yeah, that's it. My bad, guys. I just was trying to... I don't know what I was trying to do, actually.
That Maggie's phone was found on...
Thanks. Sorry.
Okay, let's give it a second. Good people.
More steps are recorded. So what does this suggest? It suggests that someone may have been trying to use their phone and walking around with it. But we also know that Maggie's phone was found on the side of the road. But the defense made the argument that if you look at the phone data, Maggie and Alex's phones were not together when her phone switched from orientation that final time.
That
so
don't mean
was
nothing.
he using it or not? Or then again, maybe he didn't have his phone, Maggie's phone. Maggie and Alex's phones were not together when her phone switched from orientation that final time. So we're not together when her phone switched from orientation that final time. So was he using it or not? Or then again, maybe he didn't have his phone on him when he was holding Maggie's phone. But back to Alec for a second. We learned about his phone activity too.
What's the next call you see on this log?
Moving up the call log, the next call I see is from 1-803-942-1227 on line 5.
Oh, wait, let's pause. We have some people going to sleep. Kathy, time to say goodnight. Sable is snoring. Good night, our wonderful, loyal love. Thank you for sticking with us and helping and checking in on us while we were gone. We appreciate you. We love you so much. You've always been on point with us. I will forgive you for seeing white and gold on that dress.
Kathy, you saw exactly what you
because I know deep down you have a heart of gold. So I'll just leave it at that.
You saw exactly what you're supposed to see.
I'll just leave it at that, Kathy. I do love you so much.
Thank you, my fellow.
I adore you, Kathy.
So
good night. Oh, so this snaps. We have a super snap. Okay, wait, it's Bendy, so we're just gonna keep it like this. And we're gonna give her 2 applauses, but no DJ horn because her husband could be asleep. $6.99 from Bendy. Love you all. Rose, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Bendy.
$6.99 super chat, Bendy.
We always appreciate the super chats. Honestly, like it really means a lot. It just is really sweet of you guys. Meg, I'm going to make it even worse. I saw blue, gold towards the neckline and black further down. My eyes are so confused. What the hell?
It's so like even now I still see gold and white.
I took a picture thinking like he wouldn't see that, and like I took a picture of the picture. It's really sad that Maggie had a bad feeling about going, but she still did. Listen to your gut. Poor baby.
Take another look, Meg. Take one more look.
Leave her alone. That looks weird. It's too much light, baby. You gotta push it closer.
I'm gonna give you one more chance, Meg.
That looks weird. It's too much.
I know you see the gold and white.
All right, let's wrap this up, and then we gotta get up out of here because we're getting tired too. Let's get us over here. Get us over here.
It has the name of Alex. The time received on that call is at 9:45:32 p.m. UTC -4.
All right. And that's lines 5 and 6, correct?
Yes, sir.
For the same call, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And finally, let's talk about lines 3 and 4. What information do you see there?
On lines 3 and 4, they're the same call from 1-803-942-1227. On line 4, it shows it as PA direction, and it was received at 10. Shows 4. They're the same call from 1-803-942-1227. On line 4, it shows it as PA direction as an incoming call, and it was received at 10:03:58 p.m. UTC -4 as a missed call.
All right. And to clarify, these last 5 calls from Alex, were any of them answered?
No, sir.
And previously, we looked at when you took pictures of Maggie's phone, you took a picture of her call log, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. And I'm showing you again. I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's been admitted, Exhibit 278.
Fast forward.
And we saw that new to that call log.
Yes, sir.
Were deleted. That, of course, raises the question of why were they deleted?
In a row.
Interestingly, prosecutors would show evidence that when looking at Alex's phone log, the calls from his phone to Maggie were deleted. That, of course, raises the question of evidence that.
Sorry, I came up with 5.
Okay.
Interestingly, prosecutors would show evidence that when looking at Alex's phone log, the calls from his phone to Maggie were deleted. That, of course, raises the question of why were they deleted? That looks a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And then let's look at Paul's phone. Okay? So with Paul's phone, again, pick a couple of snippets here. Between 8:40 and 8:48, Paul is making outgoing calls. He records a video. It's showing red messages on his phone. Now, his phone was at 2% battery at 8:49. But starting at 8:49:35, Paul's friend Rogan Gibson sends a text to Paul that goes unread, and then he repeatedly tries to call him from 9:10 to 10:08 with no answer.
Did y'all know y'all get every single little detail tracked like this on your phone
I knew
device?
that. Yeah, I knew.
Like everything is tracked.
I knew this.
Like every little thing that you do on your phone is detailed.
That's why he was holding his dog's tail, because he asked him to send a picture of the tail. See if you can get a good picture of it. Marion wants to send it to a girl we know that's a vet. Tell him to sit and stay, and he shouldn't be moving around too much. Remember when he did those videos? And that went unread. So he went and looked at the baby's tail, because he probably knew he was injured.
This is crazy. Go ahead, babe.
Damn. Then he texts Maggie asking her to have Paul call him. Then he calls him again, texts them, and calls. Sheesh.
You can see why the prosecution believes that the killings happened at 8:50 p.m. But let's focus on Paul's phone for a minute. Alec Murdaugh's alibi is that the last time he was with the family on the night of the murders was dinner, then he took a nap, went to visit his sick mother. When he came home, he found the bodies.
So they left and went down.
Night of the murders was dinner, then he took a nap, went to visit his sick mother. When he came home, he found the bodies.
So they left and went down to the kennels.
Well, Maggie went to go to the kennels.
Okay. Paul left.
And I'm assuming Paul left because of,
Gotcha.
what happened. I mean, I'm assuming Paul went to the kennels.
Okay. And what did you do once Maggie and Paul left?
I stayed in the house.
What did he tell you he did after Maggie and Paul went to the kennels?
He stayed in the house.
So he says he didn't go down to the kennels, and that is important.
He was definitely down there in the goddamn kennels. We heard his fucking voice. Sorry. Me and Naj were getting distracted with this dress thing, but I heard that.
This is crazy. The fact that, like, well, I guess he didn't know that he was on Snapchat in the memory section. But this is ridiculous. He's just straight up just lying.
Also, at the last minute, GM found the All-Star data that the prosecution requested a long time ago, but said they didn't have it. Real sus.
See, this is why you shouldn't commit crimes. This is exactly why you sit your ass at home. Like, if you don't like your situation, you don't like your kids or your wife, honestly,
just learn how to be honest and move on. Even when you delete something, it's never truly deleted.
No, nothing's deleted. Once it's created.
That's why I don't like that. That's exactly that's the truth. That's exactly the truth. So I don't participate in certain activities.
It's the law of thermodynamics, basically. So, energy is never destroyed, right? It can only be transferred. Once you create something and put it into the world, you can never fully get rid of it, technically.
Ooh, I'm going to put that in my book, in my first chapter, when we're talking about the mother can't destroy what she's created. I'm going to use that energy concept right at that moment.
It's true. You can't destroy energy. You can lose some energy, but it's not technically lost. It's just transferred to you or something else, whatever you lost it through. So it's always out into the world once it's created. And this is essentially the case here, unfortunately. But, I don't know, man. It's wild. Like, I'm really interested as far as,
this case is crazy.
You all brought up some motives as far as like why he would do that, like why he would like kill his wife, and I'd rather you just
none of them makes sense.
I'd really rather you just get up and just leave, honestly. Like
before killing you?
Huh?
Well, duh.
Yeah, I'm saying like
everyone would rather
as bad as that is as well. I'd rather you just like fucking run away, do something. But like your son, your wife, like. The person that you brought and created life
Baby,
with.
if you ever come home and all my shit's packed up and gone, just know it was that or being on law and crime.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, go ahead. Yes, son.
Let's see what they're talking about in the chat.
All right. Nefertiti, that's true in the Halderson case as well. Meg brought up Meg, what's the person you brought up, honey? It was in the beginning of the comments. Lori Valder.
Oh, I forgot. It was Lori something.
But then again, I'm not into shady shit like that. So I'm not worried about it like that. I hear you, sis. I can understand that there's ways of covering your tracks that's normal. People wouldn't know. But it's easier to just be a good person. Sklee said, what happened to the cameras? Weren't there any at all? Right. But Nev said, there were no cameras because when people are on bullshit, they have no cameras. Or they're like us and they just moved into a place and we have no cameras either.
When people are bullshit, they have no cameras.
Yeah, because think about it. They have a huge compound. They have a compound. That's not even their main home, right? I'm assuming. It seems like that's a place that they don't have to be all the time. So why would that place not have have cameras? They have all the money in the world. Lori Vallow. They have all the money in the world. Why would that place have no cameras? It doesn't even make sense. Were there no cameras? Were they not on? I don't know. Never mind. Nev said they've been there a while. But still, that sounds even crazier. Why do you not have any cameras?
They got guns.
You're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's what proof of when you have to use it.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be on my goddamn land. That would be my excuse. The hell you doing on my land?
I'm gonna spit it out. Anyway, guys, that's enough for tonight. We had fun talking to you guys. Spent 2 hours and 15 minutes about with you. Great time. I actually am glad this is our first live back because this is a great freaking story to come back to. Yeah. So shout out to y'all for giving it to us last night. We'll be back. When do you want to come back, Papa? You want to try for tomorrow?
Yeah.
We're going to try for tomorrow. If we come back, you'll get a notification about 2 to 3 hours before to let you know. But we're going to try to come tomorrow around 8:30, 8:45ish again.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm with that because I really don't have nothing else to do. CST, because, you know, some of y'all be hitting us up at like 6:45, like, hello? We're like, we are not in Australia, trash. I don't know what time it is where you are, Trish. So, but okay, guys, we will see you soon. Talk to you soon. Had a lot of fun with you. I'm so glad to be back. And yeah,
tap that like button, please.
Make sure you put some comments
before you leave. Tap that like button.
Yes, make sure you put some comments in the live afterwards. Let us know if you have any other videos we can watch. Definitely message us on Instagram at Naj and with an N, not A-N-D. Naj and Reina, and message us if you have any other videos. Okay, it's been fun.
Peace.
We love y'all. Bye.